Part 1. He thought he was doing fine. He woke up every day to the same alarm, same route to work, same coffee, same paycheck, same small XRP bag he barely looked at anymore, and people said he was lucky. You've got a job. You've got savings. You even got some XRP. Don't be greedy. So he smiled, nodded, tried to feel grateful, but inside, something whispered, "This isn't it." He used to dream bigger, used to think he'd change everything. But the days blurred, the goals got smaller, the fire got quieter. He traded ambition for comfort, clarity for routine, freedom for approval. He started shrinking his dreams to fit the size of other people's expectations. He wasn't building, he was just maintaining, managing life, surviving the months. And slowly, without knowing it, he drifted away from the XRP Rich List, farther from the XRP Rich List. Not because he failed, but because he settled. And the most dangerous thing? It felt okay. That's the trap. The one with no sirens, no alarms, just a quiet voice that keeps saying, "You're fine," even when everything in your soul knows you're not. Part 2. The comfortable lie. Whispers like truth. It didn't shout. It never needed to. It whispered. You're not doing bad. You've got more than most. You should be thankful. Why risk it now? And it sounded wise. It wore the voice of parents, old friends, even mentors, people who meant well, but lived stuck. So he believed them. Not all at once, but little by little. He stopped questioning, stopped chasing, stopped leading. Because the lie didn't tell him, "You'll fail." It told him, "You're fine." And that's what made it lethal. It wrapped itself in logic, in good advice, in fake safety. And every time his heart stirred, every time he looked at XRP and felt the pull to do more, to become more, the lie whispered back, "Don't get carried away. You're not like them. You'll lose everything." So he delayed, postponed action, postponed courage, until one day he wasn't just stuck. He was invisible to his goals, to his fire, to the XRP Rich List. Because this lie doesn't break you loudly. It erases you, quietly, and you never realize what it cost until it's gone. Part 3. The shift starts with one decision. It didn't happen in a seminar, not in a pump, not from some millionaire YouTube clip. It happened in the quiet. One night he stood in front of the mirror, alone, no one watching, and he saw it. Not his reflection, his delay, his excuses, his drift. He whispered, "I'm tired of surviving." And for the first time in years, he didn't brush it off. He faced it. He opened his XRP wallet. Same number, same price, same story. But that night, he asked different questions. What if I stop waiting? What if I choose the future instead of fearing it? What if I act like I belong on the XRP Rich List? Then he did something small, but massive. He grabbed a notebook, wrote down one number, 100,000 XRP. It scared him. It stretched him. It felt impossible. But it was his target, his map, his commitment. And with that one decision, not dramatic, not flashy, the shift began. Because nothing changes until you declare war on the comfortable version of yourself. And one quiet moment can split a life in two, before the decision and after. Part 4. He didn't wait for confidence. He moved without it. He didn't feel ready, didn't feel brave, Didn't feel like the kind of man who belongs on a rich list, but he moved anyway. Because he realized something most people never do. Confidence doesn't come first. It comes after the risk, after the stretch, after the nights you keep going when everyone else taps out. So he stopped waiting for certainty. He stopped Googling for permission. He made a plan. Not perfect, but real. He cut expenses, sold junk, launched a side hustle, set auto buys, changed passwords, deleted distractions. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't sexy. It was decisive. And with every small move, something began to shift. Not in his portfolio, in his posture. He stood different, spoke different, saw the world different. Because men don't become rich by feeling ready. They become rich by moving when it's messy, by building while they still doubt, by investing before the applause. And while others were waiting for a green light, he was already walking toward the XRP Rich List. Not because he had all the answers, but because he chose to be the man who acts, even when he's scared, especially then. Part 5. The world stayed loud, but he went quiet. The noise didn't stop. The hype was louder than ever. New coin just dropped. Sell before it crashes. Bro, you're missing out. Everyone was shouting, and for a moment, he almost listened. Almost went back to scrolling, comparing, chasing. But something in him had changed. He didn't need the noise anymore. He had a number. He had a mission. He had clarity. So while the world got louder, he got quieter. He stopped posting, stopped proving, stopped explaining. He wasn't trying to be early. He was trying to be free. And freedom doesn't come with headlines. It comes with habits. So he stacked, daily, silently. No one clapped. No one noticed. But the rich list isn't made of those who get attention. It's made of those who hold the line when everyone else gets distracted. He understood now. Loud is emotional. Quiet is strategic. The You Are Rich List, built by men who choose stillness over noise, conviction over chaos, legacy over likes. And every day he moved in silence, the gap grew wider. Not between him and the market, between him and who he used to be. Part 6. He started thinking like a rich man before the world called him one. No one called him rich. His bank account didn't scream success. His lifestyle didn't change. Same car, same apartment, same clothes. But his thoughts were no longer average. He stopped asking, "What can I afford?" and started asking, "What future am I building?" He no longer chased dips. He chased discipline. He stopped staring at charts. He started studying cycles. He no longer waited for XRP to rise. He rose first. Because he realized wealth isn't a number. It's an identity. And identity is built in silence. Before the world rewards you, before the market believes you, before anyone claps. He wasn't playing games. He was playing decades. He walked into rooms differently, not louder, more certain. Because when your mindset shifts, your energy changes. And when your energy changes, everything else follows. He didn't feel like a visitor to the rich list anymore. He felt like a citizen. Not because he had made it, but because he had already decided that he would. And the world, it always recognizes the rich man after he becomes one. Part 7. Most people break here. He didn't. This was the part no one warned him about. The middle. No fireworks, no green candles, no headlines, just silence. The kind of silence that makes doubt louder. The kind that whispers, "It's not working. You're wasting your time. You should have sold at the top. No one sees you. No one cares." And that's when most people quit. Not because they're weak, but because they mistake the fog for failure. He almost did too. He opened his XRP wallet. Same number, same price, same effort. It felt like running in place. But then he remembered. This is the test. This is where the XRP Rich List is sorted. Not during bull runs, not when it's easy, but right here, in the middle, in the quiet, in the daily decisions no one applauds. He tightened his system, read the white paper again, rewatched old conviction clips, tracked habits, not hype. And slowly, not the market, but he started changing again. He didn't need motivation anymore. He had a mission. He had a map. He had made it this far, and he wasn't going back. Because the real wealth is built between the noise. Part 8. The XRP Rich List isn't for sale. It's earned. One night he asked himself the real question. Can this be bought, or must it be built? Because everywhere he looked, people were chasing shortcuts, signal groups, copy trade bots, gurus selling dreams in thumbnails. Everyone wanted in, but no one wanted to earn their seat. And that's when it hit him. The XRP Rich List isn't for sale. No price tag, no backdoor, no VIP pass. It's earned, quietly, relentlessly, personally, not by luck, but by discipline, by holding when others fold, by stacking when others sell, by believing when no one claps. You don't scroll into wealth. You show up for it, every day, with no guarantee, no audience. He wasn't playing for praise. He was playing for peace, because the man who earns his seat, he never fears losing it. While others gamble with emotion, he builds with intention. While they search for magic coins, he multiplies meaning. And in that clarity, he stopped asking, how fast can I get rich? He started asking, how deeply can I build? That's when he knew he wasn't chasing the XRP Rich List anymore. He was becoming it. Part 9. He became the man his younger self needed. There was no applause, no trophy, no magic number flashing on the screen. But one morning, he looked in the mirror and didn't see a man chasing anymore. He saw a man who had become. Not because he made it, but because he finally kept the promise he once made to that quiet younger version of himself. The boy who once dreamed big but was told to be realistic. The boy who once whispered, one day I'll change everything. And now, he had. He wasn't just stacking XRP, he was stacking character. He wasn't just growing his wallet, he was growing his capacity. The anxiety was gone. The noise didn't shake him. He no longer needed charts to feel secure, because wealth wasn't something out there. It was in him now. He had become stable, focused, clear. The kind of man who builds in silence, leads without title, walks without crowd. The kind of man his younger self would look up to and say, that's who I was trying to become. You didn't give up on us. You made it real. That's when he understood. The XRP Rich List isn't just a financial level, it's a personal one, and he had crossed it. Part 10. No one hands you the Rich List. You earn it. Step by step. There's no invitation, no golden email, no moment when the world taps your shoulder and says, you made it. The UR Rich List and the XRP Rich List don't come with permission. They come with decisions, built day by day, brick by brick, stack by stack. No shortcuts, no applause, just a quiet fire in your chest that says, I will not live small. I will not stay silent. I will not settle for survival. Because in the end, wealth isn't what you show, it's what you become. And the man who makes it onto the Rich List, he isn't chasing coins. He's building a code, a conviction, a legacy. Every dip he held, every doubt he silenced, every dollar he aimed with purpose was a step, not toward hype, but toward freedom. And one day, when the world finally sees the numbers, they'll say, you're lucky. But he'll know the truth. He wasn't lucky. He was early. He was patient. He was unshakable. Because no one hands you the rich list. You earn it step by step.